Hello, welcome. We are live here.
It's really weird doing this in public.
We're in public. We are in Columbia, Tennessee, outside of Muletown Coffee. We worked together today.
So good.
Yeah, we worked together today, and I don't know who's joining us, but we're talking about Pokemon Go because
it is so weird.
It's a craze down here. Like, we're in the square, and what's really cool is we're seeing people, mostly millennials.
I don't think it's cool. It's creepy. They are all walking around here, like, staring at their phones. I don't understand it, like, at all. But they can, like, they're, like, collecting Pokemons and throwing stuff at them.
There's even a group of people over here at a boutique across the street who've been gathering together because it's a gym, and so they're getting together and they're hanging out there. It's pretty cool.
And they've said, what was it, 10% increase in their business?
Yeah,
today.
Because of it at the coffee shop, which is pretty cool. So,
and if you don't know what it is, like, don't feel bad. It just came out.
Yeah. And we have friends who, by the way, if you're really interested in this, we have friends who are currently blogging and writing about it, especially as it relates to the church. My friend Chris Martin, as well as Trevin Wax, Lifeway, are blogging about this and how it impacts the church. So take a look at that. But we're here today because you wrote a blog called "What My iPhone Stole From Me," and we're seeing people walk around with their phones playing Pokemon Go, which is pretty funny.
It's so weird. I know.
So talk about what my iPhone stole from me, and even the blog that came out of that. So check out that blog, and then Christi wrote it. So
yeah, it was just my journey, I guess, my realization of like what our screens are taking from us and how they're consuming so much of our lives. I mean, they really are sort of where we exist now. And when I wrote the blog, I referenced a lot about our parenting and stuff, and you know how that affects and interrupts our time with our kids and our face-to-face time with them, and just this sort of, what's that term? Partial
inattention.
Partial inattention, where you're like partially there, but you're partially not, because you're like multitasking, doing a million things. But I think we're more aware of how that affects us with our kids. But I'm realizing it even just more so for me, like in my life, like it's just this dull, constant anxiousness, like all day long, where you're responding to text messages and emails and and you're checking all of your accounts and things, and it's just
that's actually a Pokemon.
No.
Keep going.
So weird. Anyway. And so one of the things we actually ended up doing was we instituted a fast. It's a 24-hour fast. We do it from Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown, where we just put our phones away, and it has been the most life-giving thing. Like, I get to the point where I'm like relieved. It's almost like an excuse that it's okay to not use a phone, and it's okay to not respond to people.
Yeah. And so the takeaway there would be, I think for us to be aware, especially as parents, how much we're engaged with our kids, how much we're engaged in our phone when we're with our kids. And one of the things in marriage. One of the things Christi and I do is we do a 24-hour fast from Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown from social media and technology, and mostly text messages and that kind of thing. And the other thing is just really being aware and setting specific times. Like when you're with your kids, there should be at least a 20 to 30 minute period of time where you're with your kids a day where there's no phone involved at all, and so that they have your undivided attention. And I think it's important, especially as we live in a virtual reality. We're entering virtual reality in a very weird and somewhat fun way with Pokemon Go. I'm becoming a fan of this thing. I mean,
it's so weird. People are saying you should like Uber and do it because you don't have to drive.
Uber's going to have huge business because of this thing.
Anyway, it's crazy.
So anyway, make sure your iPhone doesn't steal anything from you.
I think people need the permission to not be on their phone. I think they need someone to be able to tell them that it is okay to not respond. It is okay to get, like, just like you have in office, out of office. Like, we've never had that. There's no out of office.
Yeah.
Because it's constant. But so if we can give you the permission,
we give you
go
permission
out of office 24 hours.
Get off your phones.
Just enter real life.
Because anything you cannot fast from, phones. All right, guys. Good talking to you. Good seeing you again. We were out last week, and we're back and going to do this regularly. We'll talk soon.
Bye.